Okay, so have you ever walked into a building on a scorching summer day and felt that instant wave of air conditioning bliss?
It's like stepping into a refrigerator from a sauna sometimes.
Right. And then in the winter, it's the opposite. You're freezing outside and bam, you walk inside and it's toasty warm. But seriously, have you ever stopped to think about the people who make that happen? The ones who keep us from turning into popsicles or puddles.
The unsung heroes of indoor comfort.
Yeah.
HVAC-R Engineering Technicians.
Exactly. They're like climate control ninjas working behind the scenes to keep everything running smoothly. So today's deep dive is all about HVAC-R. We're going to unpack what these technicians actually do, why their work is so important, spoiler alert. It's not just about comfort and how you can even break into this field if you're thinking, hey, that sounds pretty cool. And to help us navigate this world, we're tapping into some awesome resources from RoleCatcher. They're way more than just a job board. They've got these career guides, interview prep tools, even AI-powered stuff to help you land your dream job.
Seriously, their guide for aspiring HVACR technicians is a goldmine of information. Even I learned a few things.
Okay, well, don't leave us hanging. What are some things that surprised you? Because I'll be honest, when I hear HVAC-R, my brain immediately goes to, like, fixing leaky faucets and replacing thermostats. What else is there?
Oh, it's so much more than that. Think bigger picture. We're talking about designing entire climate control systems for buildings of all shapes and sizes. From those tiny coffee shops to massive skyscrapers, these technicians are the brains behind those systems, making sure they're not only keeping people comfortable, but also meeting all sorts of environmental standards.
Wait, so there's a whole eco-friendly aspect to this, too?
Absolutely. Remember, we're talking about energy efficiency, sustainability. It's a huge deal. And let's not forget those hazardous materials they deal with. I mean, we're talking refrigerants here, which can be super harmful to the environment if they're not handled properly. So yeah, HVACR technicians are on the front lines of making sure those systems are running smoothly, but also responsibly. Wow, I never realized they played such a vital role in, saving the planet. I'm looking at those little vents in my house a whole lot differently now.
Right. They're practically environmental superheroes in disguise, making sure our buildings aren't secretly contributing to climate change.
Yeah.
But yeah, you mentioned hazardous materials. That's definitely something to consider. It's not all sunshine and roses in the HVACR world.
Yeah, I was just thinking crawling around in attics and dealing with who knows what doesn't exactly sound like a walk in the park. So what are some of the other challenges that come with this job?
Well, for one thing, it can be physically demanding. I mean, picture yourself squeezing into tight spaces, working on rooftops in the blazing heat or freezing cold. It's not for everyone, that's for sure.
Yeah, you definitely need to be okay with getting your hands dirty, literally.
Exactly. And you've got to be a problem solver, too. These systems are complex, so you're constantly troubleshooting, figuring out why something isn't working, and then finding a solution.
Okay, so maybe not the best job for someone who hates puzzles or being outdoors, but I imagine the feeling of accomplishment when you actually fix something must be pretty amazing.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing like seeing a system you designed or repaired working perfectly, especially when it means a whole building full of people can work or live comfortably. And the best part is, the demand for skilled HVACR technicians is only going up.
Really? I guess it makes sense. Every building needs climate control, right?
Exactly. The Bureau of Labor Statistics actually predicts 13% job growth in this field between 2018 and 2028. That's way faster than average for most other careers.
Wow, 13%. So not only is it crucial now, but it sounds like it's only going to become more important in the future.
You got it. As buildings become more high-tech and we focus more on energy efficiency and all that, the need for skilled HVACR technicians is just going to keep growing. It's a solid career path if you're looking for something with a future.
That's amazing. But let's be real, no job is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Even RoleCatcher talks about some of the downsides. So spill the beans. What are some of those downsides? What did RoleCatcher have to say about the not-so-glamorous side of HVACR?
Well, besides the whole physical demands thing we talked about, the work can be kind of seasonal, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, who's calling for AC repair in the middle of winter?
Exactly. It's all about supply and demand, right? So yeah, you might have these crazy busy periods, like when it's sweltering hot or freezing cold, followed by, a bit of a lull.
So you got to be able to roll with the punches, be okay with those peaks and valleys. But hey, maybe those slower times are a good chance to, I don't know, brush up on your skills or something.
Totally. And that actually brings us to our next point. Let's say someone's listening to this and you're like, HVACR, that's actually pretty cool, but how do I even get started? Well, RoleCatcher busts this myth. that you need like a fancy 4-year degree to break into the field.
Oh, really? So you're saying there are other ways in?
Yeah. They're big on hands-on experience. Think apprenticeships, internships, that kind of thing. You're learning from the pros, getting paid, and building your skills all at the same time.
It's like a win-win-win.
Totally. And they also talk about these industry certifications, like the EPA 608, which basically proves you know how to handle refrigerants safely.
It's like a badge of honor. You're officially certified to handle the dangerous stuff. So does RoleCatcher offer prep courses for those certifications, or is it more like informational?
Hmm. Not sure about specific courses, but their guide does have a ton of info about different certifications, what they cover, how to prep for the exams, all that good stuff. And they've got this whole section on resumes too, which, let's face it.
The bane of every job seeker's existence.
Right. It's like, how am I supposed to cram my entire life story onto one piece of paper and make it sound amazing?
And don't even get me started on those online application systems. They're like black holes for resumes.
Okay, but get this. RoleCatcher has this AI-powered resume builder that is a total game changer. It's not just like those generic templates. It actually gives you personalized recommendations based on the specific job you're applying for.
Wait, so it's like having your own personal resume writer, but without the crazy fees.
Exactly. It analyzes the job description, picks out the key skills and experience, and then helps you tailor your resume to highlight all the right stuff. They call it speaking the algorithm's language.
The algorithm, you mean those applicant tracking systems that everyone's always freaking out about?
Yep, those ones. Apparently, they're super common in hiring these days, but RoleCatcher helps you work with the system instead of against it.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Tell me more about this whole algorithm game thing. How does RoleCatcher help you win?
So picture this. You pour your heart and soul into crafting this perfect resume, right? You've got all your skills, your experience, everything's there, and then it just disappears into the abyss, never even gets seen by a human.
Oh my God, are you describing my nightmares? Because that is terrifying. Is that what those applicant tracking systems do? Just filter out perfectly good candidates?
Well, it's not that they're trying to be mean. It's more like they're designed to make hiring more efficient. So they scan resumes for keywords and qualifications that match the job description.
So if you don't use the exact right words, even if you have the skills, you're out of luck.
Pretty much. And that's where RoleCatcher's AI resume builder comes in.
Yeah.
It helps you find those magic keywords and phrases that will make your resume stand out, not just to the algorithms, but to the actual hiring managers too.
That is brilliant. It's like they're leveling the playing field for job seekers. I love it.
Right. It's all about getting your foot in the door. And speaking of getting your foot in the door, they've also got this incredible interview prep tool.
Okay, please tell me they have a magic formula for banishing pre-interview jitters, because I could really use that.
Uh-huh. Wouldn't that be nice? No magic formula. But they do have this massive database of over 120,000 practice interview questions. And get this, they're tailored to specific roles and industries.
So if I'm applying to be an HVAC-R technician, I'm not getting generic questions about, my biggest weakness.
Nope. You're getting hit with questions that actual HVAC-R employers ask. They've analyzed tons of real-life interviews to create this comprehensive resource, so you're prepared for anything.
You were sweating through those "tell me about a time you failed" questions.
Yeah.
That is seriously next level.
Right. It's like having a sneak peek into the interviewer's playbook. But it's not about memorizing answers. It's about understanding what employers are looking for and then showcasing your skills in the way that clicks with them.
So it's about building confidence as much as anything else. I can see how that would be super valuable. Okay, earlier you mentioned something about reverse matching. I've got to be honest, that sounds a little like something out of a sci-fi movie. Reverse matching, is it like some kind of job hunting cheat code or something?
It kind of feels like it. Okay, so imagine instead of you chasing after jobs and sending out a zillion resumes,
Please tell me this is going where I think it is.
what if I told you the employers were actually searching for you?
Wait, really? So with RoleCatcher, the jobs come to me. I'm not dreaming this, right?
Nope, you're not dreaming. That's the beauty of reverse matching. You basically create this profile, super detailed, with all your skills, your experience, certifications, you name it, and then RoleCatcher system does the rest, matching you with employers who are specifically looking for someone with your unique awesomeness.
Okay, hold up. So it's kind of like a dating app, but for jobs.
Exactly. Like a professional matchmaking service, except it's you and your dream career. It's genius when you think about it. Employers are looking for the best fit, right? And this way, they don't have to sift through a million resumes. They get matched with candidates who are already a good fit.
That is seriously cool. You know, you had me at Employers are searching for someone with my skills. This whole deep dive has been full of surprises.
I know, right? Who knew HVAC-R was so much more than just fixing AC units? It's essential. It's changing all the time. And it sounds like a pretty amazing career path.
For sure. And thanks to resources like RoleCatcher, it feels way more accessible. Like anyone with the passion to learn and the drive to, get their hands dirty can really make a go of it.
Exactly. They've thought of everything, from building that killer resume to rocking those interviews. They've got your back.
So to wrap things up, I've got one last question for all our listeners out there. If you're someone who loves a good challenge, thrives under pressure, no pun intended, and wants a job that actually makes a difference in the world, well, maybe HVACR is calling your name.
Couldn't said it better myself. Head over to RoleCatcher, check out their amazing resources, and hey, you never know. You might just discover your dream career waiting for you in the world of HVACR.